I sacrificed 2 pieces in this game to force a unstoppable checkmate. It's a lovely game. It's a rapid game. It's a 15-10 rapid game. And yeah, let me close up my webcam full screen because I just recorded the full video without showing the whole entire chessboard, which would be lovely, but you guys would understand what the hell you're looking at. I mean, you probably would, but you're just gonna look at me the whole time. So this is the analysis. This is the game review. Brilliant move, great move. 85.5, 70.7. Pretty fun game playing against Afshin King from in Iran. So it starts off with e4, e5, and I do the Vienna. My opponent does a weird Vienna. Instead of doing any of the normal lines, they just go a6, which I was confused about. Instead of, you know, developing or doing something, they decided just to push a flank pawn. So they push the flank pawn. I push over here with f4. They take. I go here with the knight, and pushing for this pawn push and the capture of this pawn here, and claiming all these glorious spots in the center of the board. So now they develop the knight. I take the space on the board. They bring the bishop out, and I'm like, bishop, go away. It's an inaccuracy. It wants me to develop first, but I want this position. This is a position I'm quite comfortable with, position I'm quite familiar with. This is a similar pawn structure to the one of the lines in the Vienna. So Vienna, e4, e5, knight c3, and they bring the knight out here. You push the pawn, they push the pawn, you take, they take, you bring the knight out here, and you capture with this pawn here. If they develop, you grab the center, and so now you have this luxurious pawn structure in the center of the board. But as you saw, that is not what happened in the game. The game led to this position. They bring that out, and now I have this pawn structure. Yeah, this is the pawn structure I have now, where you see all I'm missing is this e5 pawn push to be the same exact position. So they bring this pawn out. They like pushing pawns. They like to push p. So I take the pawn. They don't want to trade. They just push this other pawn over here, h6. They push h6, d6. No, they pushed a6, d6, and h6 within the first 8 moves of the game, and before developing like any of their pieces. So I develop my bishop. They get the knight out. I castle, and they castle. So now I do a little waiting move, pushing this pawn on the side of the board. I didn't really want to be the first one to make any moves. I wanted to let the game ride out here. I wanted them to start instigating because they didn't really have many moves to do. They go here, they lose the knight. They go here, they lose the knight. They go there, I do a little forker-ruski, and they could just push the pawns. They don't really have many options to go. So I did a little waiting move, wanting them to do something. They bring the knight, they bring the bishop out, attacking the knight. I move the king out the way. He wants me to do queen d2. Set up a battery, I'm assuming, on this file to sacrifice. Let's just say they do a move, maybe something like this. Was that just winning off the spot? Like, for real? Oh yeah, because like takes, and then yeah, they're just lost. There's no way to prevent that. This game would have been a lot shorter if I sacrificed earlier in the game, but I didn't do that. I sacrificed later in the game. So I didn't see that. I should have seen that. So yeah, I go here. They bring the rook attacking the center of the board, this e4 pawn. I go here, getting the bishop out the way. They go back, they don't trade. I go here with the queen attacking this b7 pawn, putting some pressure on it. And so now they remove the rook. I move my knight, unpinning itself from stuff. And I have this little, I have these pieces here about to take control of my e pawn in the center. They go back, attacking my pawn. I defend it once more. And now they do this weird knight move, which is an inaccuracy of rotating it because it removes an attacker from this position. I'm assuming they did some sort of preemptive move in case I went e5, but they could have just taken, Maybe they were hoping I did e5. Maybe they thought I was going to play e5 and lose all my pieces. But I'm not that stupid. So I did not play e5, not yet. So I played a5, pushing more over here on the queen side. Computer wants queen d1, getting ready to protect over here, I'm assuming, or still sacrificing options are available. And so the queen goes over here attacking my hanging bishop. I move the bishop back to the best square. I go here, I lose the bishop. I go here, I don't lose the bishop, but not the best square. I feel like I could have probably went there better though, because the next move they go and immediately attack my knight. So I go here, kicking out the queen with my knight, and they go back to the best square. So here now I push e5, they take my bishop, and I do this move, d takes e5. I take here because if they take, I take, make a queen, bam, bop. And this is a position that could have happened in the game, obviously with this rook, because I need to leave this pawn defended. And yeah, it's a pretty interesting position, and they don't really have a way to defend this pawn unless they go there, and then that allows me to take with the bishop. So yeah, they can't defend this pawn. If they wanted to, they can go here, but I just have en passant, and obviously that's a bad move. So let me go back to the actual line there, but that was something I was thinking of in the game, just like a captured chain. But instead, they played a good move by taking my rook, doing a little trade. They take the pawn. I take the bishop. So now I have this little clump of pawns in the center. Not too bad of a position. Double pawns aren't the worst when you have a pawn next to one of the double pawns. So you can, you take away more squares, and you kind of have the option of trading off one of the pawns. Like if this pawn was up here, and yeah, I could have traded and had protected past pawns. Oh god, what have I done? What have I done? Oh no, what have I done? Where's the move at? Where am I at? I blundered my recording. We're here. Here's my pawn structure I was talking about. And so they go here with the knight, just moving it away, trying to instigate, maybe take some squares over here. I push up now, so they cannot do that, obviously. I mean, that probably wouldn't be terrible having for them. I have triple isolated pawns, so they could probably easily win these back. But they go here with the rook. I do this great move, which is pushing up against the knight, making sure no one can take it. And yeah, another reason why this is a good move back here was for a similar reason. This is a good move because if I did this move now, they could have taken this pawn, and I couldn't take back because I'd lose a rook. And yeah, this is just not looking good. So this is kind of a multi-purpose move, pushing this pawn up here. It prevents this knight from hopping in my position. It also allows the queen to protect the a5 pawn that I pushed up a while ago. And so they move the rook because they don't really have many moves. And now I do this, like I said, the great move d5, kicking out the rook and kicking out an attacker of this pawn over here on a5. So I bring my knight over. In the game, I was thinking maybe I could just like swoop around and hop around somewhere and get to a spot that I like. I wasn't really thinking of where the knight would go, but I just didn't really like it there. I wanted it here in the center of the board, just so it'd be a good knight, because I'm hitting all of these squares, and I have all these squares where my pawns are as well. And yeah, it's just a monster knight. Even though these pawns are kind of taking up the same exact squares that this knight is, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt at all. So they go here at the queen. I go here at the queen, attacking this pawn here on d6. They defend it with the rook. I go here with this rook. I really was wanting some position where I could, oh yeah, sacrifice the rook, because they can't take back. It's not even a sacrifice. But yeah, because it's pinned. That was my whole idea. Bringing this rook over here, attacking this knight because it's pinned, because the pawn can't take because it's pinned. And they move the king out the way, preventing the pin. And I really wanted to sacrifice this rook and screw up their whole position and just get in there and mollywop them. It worked out in the end. So they move the king. I move the queen, preparing to do some funny business. They go over here, good move, attacking this pawn. I go over here, defend the pawn. They go over here, inaccuracy, wants to go to king g8. And here, I think it's a brilliant move. I have a brilliant move, but this is not my brilliant move. Computer says this is an inaccuracy, but I had the right idea. It's an inaccuracy for some reason, but it led to a winning combination. And the winning move for me, at least that I thought was great, was to sacrifice the rook. Sacrifice my rook. I lost a lot on the evaluation bar. They take back, of course. And so now, here is my brilliant move. It's a brilliant move because if they take, it's like a forced checkmate on the board. And yeah, brilliant move, which, not my bad. This is not a brilliant move. This is a regular move. That was the whole purpose of my idea. Take that and take it and put him in check. Here is my brilliant move, which spot the brilliant move for me, and I'll put it up here right now. Knight e6 is brilliant because if they take like they did in the game, it is checkmate within a couple moves, and it's just mate in two. There's no way to prevent it. Really, queen a1 check and block it, and it's still mate on the board. D5, C5 is mate, blocking all the way these squares. Rook D6, still checkmate, sacrificing the whole ass rook. And yeah, it's just unpreventable checkmate. I don't think I would have found those longer checkmates. But yeah, that was my brilliant combination. Started off with this rook check, which I'm going to give it a brilliant because I think it's brilliant. So it's a brilliant move. They take, I put them in check. They only have 2 squares to run to. Queen e8 is the best move. That's where they went. I go here with my other brilliant move. Obviously, like I said, they take back with the pawn, and they go here. And as you see on the screen right now, there is 8 minutes and 17 seconds left in the game. I have 8 minutes and 2 seconds. I'm down on time. Now it's 7 minutes and 36 seconds. I give them a check, and the game ends now. They did not resign at all. They did not resign the game. I had to wait here and get this victory for 7 minutes and 36 seconds because my opponent was too salty that I beat them with my sacrifices. They were so upset. They just sat here and waited for the game to end. And I was like, this is annoying. I beat this guy. I had a good combination. And he does some unsportsmanlike, I'm just going to sit here and yeah, I'm just going to do that. I'm not going to play the game at all. You're not going to let me get the checkmate. I mean, you could have at least resigned. Anyways, it was a great game. And yeah, lovely game. I have a lot of rapid games I've played within the last couple of days that I've done really good at 80% accuracy. And yeah, if you want to see those, let me know. It's been your boy Nick or Johnum. Follow my TikTok. Follow my YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And yeah, more chess content will be coming soon. My coffee spilt. Peace.